Hello idlers, this is your Colonel speaking. Yes, that's right, your Colonel, because I wanted to talk about the new Void imprint. The Void imprints. And we'll talk, so I'm gonna try to breeze through all of the events tonight and end with some thoughts on the new Void imprints. So let's jump on over to our mailbox here, like always. And for our daily reward, we are going to get 100 broomsticks and a super wishing coin every day this week, just for logging in. So make sure you log in every day and pick this up in your mailbox. And so it is the Wishing Fountain event. And it's pretty nice now. You know, they have this event preview every week, so you can see what's coming up next week and plan accordingly. For example, next week is the shelter mission, and so you can start saving up, for example, to pick up Unimax there, you're going to want 4-star warriors from the Fortress faction. So, you can start saving those up now and planning for that event. So that's pretty cool. You can kind of keep track of what's coming up now. But anyway, of course, Ormus's workshop is still going on for another week here, and Glorious Boost is also going on, so you can purchase these artifacts in the Glorious Relic shop for Glorious Relics, and I guess it's the Relic Temple, the Glorious Temple, I forget. Anyway, you can still pick these up for another week, any of these here. Ruyi Scepter being probably the best thing you can pick up this way. Next up we have the value package, and this week you're going to get Prophet Orbs, Wishing Coins in order to complete the Wishing Coin event, of course, and broomsticks for the Witch Coven event, which we'll go over here momentarily. So, of course, the packages range from $99.99 all the way down to $9.99, and pretty good value, I'd say, on these this week. You're getting a lot of items there, which is cool. And next up we have the Wanderer's package. So this is $49.99, and again pretty good value here if you are a spender. So 5,000 gems, 15 Prophet Orbs, 188 million gold, 300 of the crystals, the universal crystals, which we'll talk about in a moment, and of course the new Solitary Wanderer skin for Inosuke, and we'll check that out. That's pretty cool. Wow, I like it a lot. That's very cool. Very cool skin. Gives you a damage reduction 4%, 3% attack, and 5% control immunity. And I assume they will come out with an even better skin at some point. Usually the speed skins are the best skins. So this is a limited skin. It's not an event skin or anything like that. Or what do they call them? Festival skins. So it is a limited skin, and it will be available eventually in Imp's Adventure and those types of events. But for now, you can only get it here. Let's see, knowledge is power, especially when you smash your foes with a hefty tome. Speaking of that, maybe you'd like some tome-shaped pastries. Eat them and you'll surely pass the final exam. 3 pastries for $10 only, okay, whatever that means. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool skin, but like I said, I imagine they'll come out with a speed skin at some point that will give Inosuke plus 4 speed. So that's probably the one you want to go for, but for now, this is a pretty cool, it's definitely a cool looking skin. I like it a lot. I like the look. But anyway, that's $49.99 for that package. And moving on to the main event, I think this time around is the Witch Coven. And of course, you can get universal crystals here for the Witch Coven. Your value packages give you broomsticks for the Witch Coven. And here we are in the Witch Coven. And in addition to the 100 broomsticks you're going to get every day in your mailbox, you can also pick up these broomsticks in the campaign, in your campaign loot. So there we go, we got 12 there. Just make sure you're checking your campaign loot at least every 10 hours or more, but at least every 10 hours, and that's how you maximize the number of broomsticks you're going to get in this event. And generally speaking, for a free-to-play player, you can get up to 2,500 generally. Usually it's just under 2,500, so if you're counting on that 2,500 to get your Augustus Magic Ball, you may be disappointed. So make sure that you're checking your mailbox. Your campaign loot every 10 hours to maximize that, and to maybe get that 2,500. Like I said, if you only have 1,100 crystals and you're counting on getting 2,500 this time to get that Augustus Magic Ball, you may be disappointed. So as you can see here, I have 1,240, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to get the Augustus Magic Ball, and that is what I'm going for this time around, because I already have one, and a glittery Augustus Magic Ball would be really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And again, these mysterious artifacts, as they're called, or pay-to-win artifacts, as they're known, are really what you should be going for in these events. So save up those crystals and only spend them on these on artifacts, is my advice. Don't purchase these hero copies. Generally, as if you've watched my videos before, generally I just spend my event rewards on profit orbs. That's pretty much the best thing to do if you can't afford the pay-to-win artifact. But as you can see, I can pick that up this time, and I probably will. I'm going for the Augustus Magic Ball. I've been saving for over a year now to get those universal crystals, and if you save your universal crystals, you can pick up one of these pay-to-win artifacts every year, and that's what I suggest you do. But anyway, there is a Drake at 3,100. 3,100 broomsticks, and a Tix at 2,700. Both of those are great heroes to pick up. And then at 2,300 we have a Horus copy. Again, Horus is very useful in the Void, as well as in Seal Land, Shadow Seal Land. So he's a pretty good pickup. But again, I probably wouldn't be purchasing a Horus right now. I will probably be going for a Horus here on my Sergeant, on my mini account, the Sergeant. So Sergeant Stag, say he'll be picking up a Horus, and so it is useful, for some people. If you're starting out, if you're trying to pick up those Horus copies still, that's a good pickup. And then we have a Flame Strike skin, which again I don't recommend you purchase skins for any amount, because you can get them free in Celestial Island and other places like that, Imp's Adventure, etc., etc. And if you're patient, you can just get them for free, and that's generally what I do. Again, if you can't afford any of those, any of the big ticket items, I would just spend on profit orbs. Of course, if you need scrolls, you can pick those up as well. And next we have the Wishing Fountain event. So you can do this. You can do 4 completions, four completions for 300 points per completion, and that's actually 240 wishing coins. because if you're spinning, doing 10 spins for 8 coins, it's only 240 coins to do a full completion, and you're going to get 8 profit orbs, 8 super wishing coins, a flame strike copy, and 5 glorious relics per completion. So there you go. And generally, and what I'm trying to do is just save up. I have about enough. I have just about enough. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm trying to save up. I'm just saving up enough wishing coins to do, to do 4 full completions, and then I'm just doing 1 completion every now and then. And that way, because there have been some of these, and I missed the last one because I wasn't prepared for it. So I'm preparing now, and I suggest you do as well, because there was one recently, a couple in the last little while, where if you did 4 full completions, you got a pay-to-win artifact for free. So make sure you're saving your Wishing Fountain coins for those special events that come along every now and then. But for now, let's toss some coins in the Wishing Fountain here. All right, we got some armor there, and I like to basically spend, do my 10 spins until I get the 4-star hero shards generally, and there they are. So we're done for tonight, and that's what I do every day of the event until I finally complete it. The other thing to do to maximize this for you is make sure you maximize your gold. So there are usually 3 levels of gold. So like I think my highest level is 375. 250k is the mid range, and then there's like a 125, I think. And so I try to refresh and make sure I'm doing at least 250k gold on my spins. If I get 125k, then I usually only do my 2 daily spins, and then just wait for the next day to come along to do more spins. So anyway, there we go. That's the Wishing Fountain event. And lastly, we've got the mysterious chest. And again, I suggest buying the scroll chest, the profit orb chest, and then skipping these other 2 generally, and going straight for this chest. And this isn't the 8k chest, obviously. Every other time it's an 8k chest instead of a 6k chest. And the 8k chests have, you get your guild coins, but along with that you usually get glorious relics and a hero copy, which is usually pretty nice for the 8k chests. But these 6k chests can be pretty nice as well. So if you can afford it, then definitely pick up the 6k chest. You get a nice orange exclusive artifact with your 30k guild coins. So it's definitely worth it if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, just save your gems for next week's Imp's Adventure or other things like that. So there we go. Those are the events. Pretty basic events this week. And I wanted to talk about the new void enables. So basically what I'm doing is, and this is maybe a different take than you've heard elsewhere, at least that I've heard, but basically, you're only going to be able to do a couple of heroes on this, so you want to be careful. And of course you can reset for 500 gems if you decide that that you want to reset. So it's not a big deal right now. You can reset for 500. But basically what I've done is I've chosen 2 of my heroes Carrie and Russell, and I've done all 3 of these first little HP and attack buffs, and then when you get to this first enable here, Baptism of Light, it's basically it's an increased passive skill for that hero, and that means on a lot of heroes it means speed, which is great. So if you want to stay competitive, I would recommend getting. I mean, for example, if you want your Russell to be competitive, you want to get him to at least I'm going to call it I1, imprint 1, so that he gets that speed boost. And basically that's my plan here, is to get Russell to I1. And same thing with Carrie here. Those are the 2 heroes I've selected. And basically, I've done her HP and attack, which really, Carrie doesn't need HP and attack a whole lot, but I do want to get this first passive, so that so that I can keep her speed competitive with everybody else. And but I probably won't take her past I1. At that point, once I have her to I1 and Russell to I1, then I'll just basically spend all the rest of my resources taking Russell as far as I can. And because, I mean, Russell's going to be a really good hero for quite some time, I expect. And Carrie as well, but like I said, as long as her speed's up there, you really don't, she really doesn't need extra HP and extra attack a whole lot. You just need to make sure that she's, still speedy enough to compete with the other carries out there. So that's my plan. And I'm just, I'm not going to up my Tara. I'm not going to up my Ada right now. I'm not going to up my Drake. And honestly, by the time I've gotten, Russell up to I4, it'll probably be time to build a Void hero anyway, and then you're going to want to spend all your resources on that as instead. You may even want to reset. I may even want to reset my Russell at that point and just focus on, Sword Flash Shia or something. Say, we'll see. But that's what I'm doing right now. Again, I don't think Drake. I don't think a lot of people are going to be upgrading Drake or Ada or any of these others, and I really don't. I mean, maybe Drake. I know Tix is a popular one to imprint because he gets some really good abilities. He gets really strong through Void imprints, but a lot of these other heroes just don't really benefit a whole lot from those imprints. And you definitely don't want to be spending on some of these older heroes like Tara and Ada, because they're kind of on the way out of the meta, and you don't really want to be spending resources on those ones. So I would focus on the more recent heroes like Russell, for example, Carrie, maybe Sherlock, but again, Sherlock, I don't, what he gains from Void imprints is probably negligible. But your Rogans, your Inosukes, make sure you're focusing on the most recent heroes as far as Void imprints goes. And I mean, you can spend on someone like Ada or someone like that if you don't have any other heroes to spend on. You may as well, right? And then, you can like I said, you can always reset them if you need to for when someone else comes along that you want to spend on. So anyway, that's my advice on imprints, Void imprint. And other than that, do we have any? Is there anything new here on the event updates? I don't think so. So there you go. Those are your events this week. And yeah, try to pick up an Augustus magic ball. I would highly recommend that especially if you already have one, like I do. I have it on my Drake right now, and that'll be really nice to get to glittery. It's a very powerful artifact, even at glittery, even if you just upgrade it once. But it's even better at splendid and what's the other level? Anyway, I forget. But that's it for me, everybody. I am your Colonel, signing off. And remember, as always, the karma can be a real bitch sometimes, so treat her nicely, okay? Anyway, everybody, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.